All right, we're just gonna just
So you ready now?
one more.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Ready now? All right. So guys, welcome to Life J.A on JBL Entertainment TV. I am your host, Shane Reid. We have been absent for about probably 4 years now, since 2020, and we are back officially. So you'll be seeing us here going forward practically every Sunday, all things being well. Today, our special guest is Miss Tracey Dormer of Arukahs Organics, and she is, as we go into interview, she is basically going to tell us what Arukahs Organics is all about. Welcome, Miss Dormer.
Thank you. Thank you. And good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jamaica.
All right. This is her first interview, and a disclaimer from myself and from also JBL, and I'm sure Miss Dormer, we are not medical doctors, and in a sense, we are saying to you to listen to the advice of your medical doctor who are trained to give advice. We are not medical doctors. We are just sharing experiences, and she will share her experiences and the experiences of others. You're hearing me, Miss Dormer?
Somehow I'm not hearing anymore. I'm sorry.
I'm hearing you do. All right.
I'm not sure what happened.
This is it with technology. All right. I'm going to type in the chat. All right, guys. Sorry, this is... So exit
sure
and
The sound
rejoin.
went out.
The sound went out? So exit Miss Dormer and rejoin and see if we can... I'm hearing you, but you're not hearing me.
Still no sound. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I am hearing you.
Wow.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. We're using technology. We are using Zoom, and at times things like these will happen. So she has exited the Zoom room, and then she's going to rejoin, and so we take it from there. And hopefully, the technology glitches will not affect us anymore. So yeah, I've been on somewhat of a sabbatical, you know, studying and all, and doing all that stuff. So I'm kind of finished with school now, so we're picking back up our real life, and we see where this takes us. All right, welcome back.
There seems to be now with my phone or my internet, so I truly apologize for that one.
You're hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you clearly now.
All right, so let's get into it so that the technology doesn't impact us that much. All right, so tell us something about the name of your company and something about yourself. So the name of the company, why this name, and something about yourself.
Wow. Well, I am a woman of purpose, one who is purpose-driven, and one who has a mission for helping people, and one with a mission of restoration. And of such, Arukahs Organics was born. Arukahs is really a Hebrew word that means healing or restoration from the site of the wound. So this is not, I am not so much about making money. I'm about helping people and assisting person to realize that each person have a goal, have a potential, and have purpose. And that is what really this is about, and who I am about. In the wider sense, not just physically, but even spiritually and all other areas of our lives.
The other question was going to deal with why the name, and I think somewhat you have answered that. I don't know if you want to add anything else to why this name. I mean, you could have used any other name. Why this one? It's a Hebrew name or Arabic or what? Why this name? What is
Yes.
it about this name that jumped out at you that you chose it?
All right, Arukahs, it is a Hebrew name. I see myself as a Hebrew in the sense of lifestyle. You can tell by the way I dress, a little bit different. So yes, Arukahs is a Hebrew word. And when I was looking for a name for the company, yeah, there were other Hebrew words, but this one really speak to me because this I can connect with because it's really about me, my purpose. Because for me, I'm a purpose-driven person. It's about purpose and duty. So that's why I chose Arukahs, because there are so many other words out there that could have been used for restoration, for healing, for all of that. But Arukahs is the one that speak to me above all the others.
All right. I get you. Thank you for that response. So why did you become interested in alternative health? What was happening to you? Um, what was happening in your life, in your space, spiritually, emotionally, financially? What went wrong or right to cause you to become interested in alternative health, and particular herbs and all of these things?
Okay. In fact, I have had a great interest for alternative health or using things in nature for bringing restoration as far as my early years. That's over 2 decades. And it started primarily when my mom got terminally ill. And we went to things in nature, herbs, suns, food, exercise, rest, the whole works. And that helped her to overcome that particular illness. And over the years, I've always been someone who advocates for more of a natural approach to restoring the system, restoring the body. So that's what has happened over the years, and progressing life, stressors, just life happening. Things happen. I got really ill some years ago in the pandemic from having a severe heart illness, which required putting a pacemaker, as well as being on medication. During that time, I was also diagnosed with having diabetes issues, having high cholesterol, having, pressure issues. On top of all of that, I caught the worst form of COVID. And I was basically dying. But I am a believer. I believe the entire scriptures, every word of it. And during that time, when all that was happening, remember back then in the pandemic when persons were actually dying, they were going to the hospital, they were dying, there was no oxygen. And I said to the Most High, as I said, I believe in the word, all of it. And all the stories I read, I believe every one of them. And I said to him, I am not Lazarus. I am not dead. And I resolved in my heart and I said, if you cannot bring healing to me or lead me to a source of healing and restoration, then please let me be a part of the first resurrection. And by my friends and my family, they thought I was going cuckoo. I was going crazy because, come on, nobody take that approach. Most persons don't, they run to get something, but I understand how the body works and the negative effects and all these things. And it was at that moment, turned to geotherapy,
What is
hydrotherapy.
geotherapy? What is geotherapy? What is hydrotherapy?
Hydro water, using water,
Hmm.
restoring and balancing system. Geotherapy have to do with like the soil, the sun, the environment. Looking at my diet, changing my diet radically, looking at exercise, getting more sunshine, going outside in the morning sun, different periods in the time in the day, and just taking that approach And I can say that the last test I did approximately a year ago, my heart is working well. I have not taken a medication despite all those diagnoses. So I am really a specimen of showing that but it takes dedication and discipline. So in all of this, to say that I have come into my purpose and my duty. So it's not just about selling a product to make some money or to make a living, but it's about sharing, empowering, educating, teaching people that if we have discipline, if we persevere, if we stick to the things of nature, restoration can and will happen, because that is what has happened to me.
All right, thank you for so eloquently answering the first set of questions, Miss Dormer. Those of you who are watching us live, I am Shane Reid, your host. Welcome to Real Life J.A on JBL Entertainment TV. We are back officially after a 4-year absence, and our first guest today, Sunday, is Miss Tracey Dormer of Arukahs Organics, and we have been chit-chatting since some minutes after 6. Apologies for not starting at 6 o'clock also. Next week, Sunday, I still come back to you, Miss Dormer, just advertising our guest for next week. Sunday will be gospel artist Oliver Ashley. He is the first gospel winner from Western Jamaica. And the title of that song was Come Down Jesus, and that was done in 1991. So next week, Sunday, please join us at 6 p.m. right here on JBL Entertainment TV, where we'll be talking to Mr. Oliver Ashley, a gospel artist from Western Jamaica. So back to you, Miss Dormer, and I think you have basically, you're good at it. You're answering questions even before I ask them. So I think you have answered why roots, because roots is basically for you, we're going back to nature, and we're going back to how it is, or it was meant to be, for based on, how we, those of us who believe, based on how we think God created the herbs for the healing of the nation, right? That's where you are coming from, right?
Yes, definitely, definitely.
All right, so ends roots. So you said it also, you hope to not only achieve making money, but you really hope to help people. But why not focus? Why not just focus on the money? Why? What is it about helping people? Because it takes cash to care, and if you don't have money, you can't help people. So why are you focusing mostly on helping folks rather than actually making the cash?
Today's society is, I have done several other business which have made good money, but I have, as I said, I am a person who is driven by purpose. And for me, people in general are the greatest of assets. And when we invest in people, in our duty of directing persons back to their purpose, back to their potential, you can't lose. Basically, when you invest in a person, you will have to make money. So we tend to focus on money, but money is not, for me, it has never been the primary thing. Never in my entire life. It's always about my purpose and my duty to mankind. And I have a calling. I have a calling in not just restoration of physical health, but spiritual life, the soulical, the emotional of people. That is my purpose. That is my calling. So I am not into just money. At times, I do even give away some of my products to persons who really cannot afford it. And for me, that gives a sense of fulfillment, a sense of satisfaction to know that you can help somebody to live a much richer, fulfilled life.
All right. So it's not all about the mighty dollar. All right.
Not
I get that. So let's get into your products now. And I don't know how you're going to do it. I think you have a table set up there. And I think you have some, not think, we can see some things on the wall. So I don't know how you're going to do that so that we can zoom up and read it. But what are the products that you offer? So walk us through your product line, and if you have anything to take up to show us, you can move around and do that. Just ensure that the camera is still focused on you and we can see and hear.
Before I get into the products, I must say that a friend of mine, Miss Salmon, we are colleagues, we brainstorm. We call her our the person that actually put the product together. She's a genius at it. We brainstorm when we do all of that, and every product we put out to the public, it has already been tested. It has been tested and has been proven. Let me start with the one that has been around for a longer while, and this is the Respicare blend. I'm sure, can you see clearly, Shane?
Yes, I'm seeing you.
Okay, so it's two things, and I call this the COVID baby. It's an inhaler that you smell and you can see topically like you're having a sore throat, and it's an elixir which you take internally, and this can be taken by babies right up to adult, old age, and with the both of them combined, it literally clears up the whole respiratory tract. It is actually very good for persons for sinusitis, chronic sinusitis. For
Can you hold them up a little bit more? Yes.
Respiratory blend. It's like good for asthma. Let me give you a little short on it. I also do shows. So the last I went to Falmouth, the Hague show, and a lady we met there. Her son has adenitis, who is 5 years old, which means the adenites are swollen at night. They're so swollen that the air passages are blocked off. And the solution, they were thinking of surgery, medication. Child 5-year-old, the mother did not want to do that. So she decided to take these. And in less than 2 weeks, she called back and said, he's sleeping. He's sleeping. And she's never out of these, never. I had a situation recently as well, where a gentleman, he has spontaneous pneumothorax, which in a nutshell, his lungs collapsed. And after leaving the hospital, he went on these products and some others, and he's doing very well. So these products are very great for respiratory, instead Respicare, respiratory breathing problems, sinusitis, cold, flu, a sore throat. Excellent. Let me give you something about the inhaler. As I said, I go to shows. We went to the Montpellier show, 2 weeks, give or take ago. Someone fainted.
That's Easter Monday?
Yes, Easter Monday. Someone fainted, and it was the elixir that helped that person. So these products that we put out, as we said, it's about restoration of lives, physically, spiritually, emotionally. And these products are tested before we put it out there. Our primary purpose is not making money. It's about helping and restoration of lives and situations of persons. So that's just the Respicare blend. Oh, this one. I truly love this one. It's the Arukahs Comfort Salve. And as the name suggests, it's made from the primary product is comfrey. Back in the day, comfrey was called knit bone or knit back, which they normally pound it, make a poultice, apply to the ear if you have a fracture or broken bone. So this comfort salve is good for pains. I initially, the first person, I called her my mom. She gave a testimony, and she had the cartilage in her knee was being broken down. She has severe pain. Again, surgery and medication. I'm not a person for that. So guess what? This was given to her, the first person. And in less than 2 days, the pain went. Less than 2 days. As a matter, within the first 24 hours, the pain went. We went to the Hague show 2 days. And she walked the ground. She's now doing her gardening, the thing that she loves, and she's losing weight. And initially, I must say something about these products. All the products so far have been made for a loved one, a family member, or a friend. So these products are made with love. And I have seen so many persons who have used this product from having back pain, from having scoliosis pain, from having spondylosis pain, from having arthritic pain, muscle pain, joint pain, tendon pain, sprains, and they have gotten so much wonderful results. So that's our comfort salve. This one now is Arukahs hair growth oil. As I said, every product was made for someone that we love, that we know, that we want to help. A friend of mine, I sent some pictures. We're going to get a chance to upload them. She has severe alopecia. She has balding from the front to the side to the back. She just has some hair right up top here. And this has been going on for years upon years. Nothing grows at that side. And she comes to me and says, what can you do for me? What can you do for me? And as a result, Arukahs hair growth oil was born. And we have pictures, and we're going to get a chance to show where her hair actually is growing, and it's like stretching all the way down here after approximately, she has been around 6 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks now. So I have other testimonies of persons who have thinning, balding, persons who have hair scalp problem like dandruff, because this is really a coffee blend, and coffee turns off the hormone DHT that causes stress on the hair follicle, that causes hair loss, baldness. And I must tell you, this product is sold to a lot of males purchase this product. So this is not just for females, it's also for males. This is a product, the Arukahs Organics Stamina Boost Roots Tonic. And as the name suggests, it's a tonic. When we think about roots, we just think about, sexual health and stamina and all that stuff. Yes, that's my friend who came to me. If you could go back, the first one, if you could go back, this is after hair started to grow.
I will download the first one and hold on 1 minute.
So hair is growing now. She didn't have any hair, so thank you for sharing that one. So the Stamina Boost Roots Tonic, as I said, friends and families support these products. And a gentleman bought the first one a few weeks ago, and he called me to say, hey, this thing is great. I have stamina, I have strength, I have longevity. And above all, he says, yes, that's what he says. I don't want to go all graphic. And above all, he says, I have energy all day. And at night, I sleep very well. That was what he said. As for me, a female, I take this every single day. I work so hard today making products. And just before I came on, around half an hour, I drank around a half bottle of this as a female, because it really balances the system. What makes this root different from the others, it's a combination of Jamaican roots, Asian roots or herbs, and South American herb. So it has something like ashwagandha, red root maca powder, tonkat ali, and these are what are called adaptogen herbs that balance the system. So persons who are females who are anemic, this is very high in iron. If you want to balance your hormones, persons going through perimenopause, menopausal symptoms, this do help to alleviate some of the symptoms, anxiety, stress levels. This root is high in the feel-good hormone dopamine. So when you take it, it gives it this boost, and it suppresses that hormone that causes stress, the cortisol. So this is also anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer. It helps with focus and memory. And I must say, I give my son, who is 16, he's doing CXC, just a little shot glass 2 or 3 times for the week, and it gives him energy and it helps him to focus. So this Stamina Boost Roots Tonic, it's for not just males, it's for females, for the males. And my children are used to taking herbs and natural things from birth. So I give them some of these too.
Where do Miss Tracey, where do you source these ingredients?
Okay, our ingredients are mainly local. Some are wild harvested, which means sometimes I go out in the bushes where there's no contamination, there's no fertilizers, no chemicals, no feces. And we actually go and get these. We have source like persons who plant some of these things like the comfrey. They plant these things organically. And of course, we do source some of our things, as I said, from overseas, because we talk about the Tonkat Ali and the maca and also the ashwagandha. So this is my friend here. She didn't have any hair before. It was just bald, and it goes all the way from the front to the back. And in just 5 weeks, approximately, she has been using this. And her hair, you can see it. Look at it. See, just baldness. And if you could take it back to the first slide that you showed us to see that the other one where there's a red background, burgundy background, the very first one, right? You see here, this is in 5 weeks.
Let's do that again. So this is.
Go back to the first one. That is it. Just barely having a hair there.
Mm-hmm.
And then she took another one a few weeks. And she took another one afterwards, the last one. You see the amount of growth in just 5 weeks. And because she also has hormonal issues. So all these things. And she does take the roots as well.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
We also have, due to what is going on in the atmosphere, in our food, genetically modified foods, chemicals, fertilizers, so many toxins going around, plus stressors that further cause illness in the body. Arukahs, we have our Arukahs herbal detox blend. And this is primarily a Jamaican, a few overseas herbs. It contains cascara, red clover, dandelion, sarsaparilla, chickweed, cat's claw, psyllium, manjo bitters, moringa, semi-contract, and some others. And this is a 21-day package. Approximately weighs around 2 ounces. And these are dried powdered herbs. And this literally cleans the 7 channels of elimination, which includes the liver, the skin, the kidneys, the blood, the colon, the lymphatic system. So I recommend persons do a cleanse just as the season changes, at least once per season, just to get our system working at optimum level. And a part of the detox combo, we have a omega-3 rich mixed seed blend. It has over 15 different types of seed. I'm not sure we can see them. We have poppy, we have chia, we have fenugreek, we have flax, we have black seed. We also have annatto. So these seeds are taken to rebuild and nourish the system. Plus we have a super green food, which is like local stuff like Never Die. You have stuff like moringa powders, chlorella, spirulina, and so combining all three, what it does is detox, it rebuilds, and it nourishes the system. So this is what I recommend for even children. This can be taken as young as say 7 years old, but of course the dosage would have been amended. We also have something I want to put it in. We also do stuff like castor oil and other stuff. I'm really gonna get much into that. I'm gonna focus on Arukahs. This is one of our newer creations, the Dermacare. As I said, whatever we make is for a loved one. I have cousins, aunts, and my son having severe skin problem to include psoriasis, vitiligo, eczema, and rashes. This is still being tested, and we are getting, this is around 3 weeks old, and we are getting good results so far, where psoriasis is literally clearing up and the skin is coming back to normal. So we're still doing some testing on the Dermacare here. So in a nutshell, this is some of the products that are originally branded and done by Arukahs Organics. And I must really big up Miss Salmon, Alian. I call her our mixologist. She's very innovative and creative, and we brainstorm. She just put it together You know, she's also a trained medical missionary. So she was unable to be here today, but I want to really commend her for being a part of this team. These are just some of our products that we offer now as Arukahs Organics originally branded products. And I would say to persons, value your health. Your health is your greatest asset. And if we keep on doing the same thing over and over and we don't make a change, we'll always have the same result. So if we want to get rid of stuff and we don't make a change, and as I said, it's not about just selling products, about empowering persons, building relationships. For me, building relationships is paramount, and helping persons know that, listen, there are things in nature. And as I said, I'm a believer. It says that the herbs, the things of nature for the healing of the nations. And sometimes we need to go back to nature and find things in nature that will bring restoration and healing to our bodies.
All right, thank you, Ms. Dormer, again for so eloquently going through your product line. We're going to pause a minute to welcome those who probably joined us while you were going through the exploration of your products. This is Real Life J.A on JBL Entertainment TV. We are back officially. Today we have a special guest. That's Tracey Dormer of Arukahs Organics. And if you just joined, she has been going through her product line with us. Next week, Sunday, we are going to have as our special guest a gospel artist by the name of Mr. Oliver Ashley. He was in the top 10 2020 JCDC competition. He has songs such as Revolutionary Spirit, No Sorry, No Bargain, Up Your Man Can't Eat Me, Pick Me Food, and Say a Prayer. So we will talk to Mr. Ashley next week, Sunday, around about 6 o'clock. So as I said earlier, we are with Miss Dormer of Arukahs Organics, and I must repeat our disclaimer. Myself, Jermaine Bell, and Miss Dormer, we are not medical doctors, so please do not take medical advice from us. We're basically sharing other alternatives that persons like Miss Dormer and her clients all over Jamaica have been using to deal with the various physical issues that we have to, our health-wise issues that we have to deal with in our bodies. So please note that disclaimer. All right, so you have gone through your product line. So costs, how do we reach out to you? Where do we find you? So costs, how do we contact you, and where can we find you? So share that with us.
Okay, great. Thank you. We are located in St. James. We are in the process of acquiring a space, but not yet. So we do a lot of deliveries. We go to shows. We go to the markets, Falmouth, St. James, and we do deliveries. We have a Instagram page that is just being set up. It's not finalized, and it is Arukahs_organics. That's Arukahs_organics. That is our Instagram page. You can reach by WhatsApp only for now, which is 1-876-815-7388. That is 1-876-815-7388. In the near future, we're looking at doing a website. So you order and we send on Oxford. We have even have products going overseas. We do deliveries depending, and if it's in the environments as far as maybe Hanover, we do that. But we do deliveries, home deliveries too. So you can contact us many ways. Also, we have an email, which is Arukahs, the number sign 8 That's Arukahs, ARUKAHS8 @gmail.com. So we are here to serve you. We are here to partner with you in your health, because your health is your greatest asset.
Cost, and what about getting it sanctioned or from the Bureau of Standards? Have you gone that route?
Yes, as for labeling, but at that point there was nothing for testing. So as for labeling, yeah, they're in the process of that, awaiting from them. And we're also a registered company with the company's office in Jamaica. So I saw somebody saying, yes, we do overseas. So you can WhatsApp and we can continue that conversation.
All right. So do you want to give us an idea of the cost for any of the products?
All right. The cost ranges from anywhere from the roots, 1,500, that's Jamaican dollars, 1,500 Jamaican dollars, to 7,000, that is from 200 milliliters, which is a regular flask, Jamaican rum flask bottle, or a rum cream bottle, or stones, that size from 200 ml to 1,000 ml. So the root range are different sizes. So from 1,500 to 7,000 Jamaican. We do only glass because we some of the plastic has BPA, which is cancerous. So we take time to package, and so we careful packaging of our stuff. Also, so the price range is really from like 1,200 Jamaican dollars to 7,000 maximum, which is the roots for any of our products. Normally it's from 1,200 to average 3,000 Jamaican dollars.
All right.
That's cost in there. But we'll be uploading the cost on our Instagram page soon, by tomorrow. We have uploaded some pictures, some testimonials, and some other stuff. So you can go and look at it, and you can get the prices by tomorrow on Instagram.
All right. Any last word as we wrap up?
I must say, I want to thank you, Shane, and of course, big up to Jeremy and Bill. He called me up. He has been a friend for years. And I say I'm doing this new business. And he said, hey, I'm gonna get you something. And he put me on here. I met you, Shane. I'm truly thankful. Thankful for all the persons who have taken time out of their busy schedule this Sunday evening to come in and listen and participate. And I'm gonna say, at Arukahs, it's all about restoration, not just physically, but spiritually, but emotionally. And when all the alleys are in place, of course, financially. So I want to thank everyone who have been a part of this. You can WhatsApp me any questions. I prefer WhatsApp. WhatsApp me any questions. I will answer every one of them. So thank you. And remember, your health is indeed your greatest asset. And remember that we have each other, and we are to care, and we are to share, and we are to love, and we are to uplift. And my goal for everyone is that we truly find our purpose in life, because all of us have a specific purpose, and we truly use those potential that we're born with, despite what we're told, because what greatness lies in every one of us. And above everything else, I encourage us to restore a relationship with our Maker and our Savior above everything else. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Miss Dormer, for being our first guest after our long hiatus. I think that is how the word is pronounced. Thank you very much. This has been a really interesting. I mean, guys, can you believe it? She was, when we spoke on Friday night, I think she was probably skeptical about how she will do a Facebook Live, because this is her first Facebook Live. Yes. So I am sure that you did an exceptional job, Miss Tracey. So thank you, guys. Thank you for joining us. And Jermaine and myself and Aniki and all the others in the background, we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. I see Bell here saying on WhatsApp here that he wants you to come back. So I think at some point in time down the road, we will have you again, probably when you have set up your store in Montego Bay.
And that will not be too long because we have been registered just about 2 months and we're doing great in the
And I'm sure,
restoration.
yeah, and I'm sure we'll run into each other at the various agricultural shows here and there, because I know that we weren't at Mount Pillar this year because, of course, I was kind of getting some rest and all of that. So we weren't but I don't know when. Lucy's normally later on in the year, right?
There is one scheduled for Portobello. I'm not sure the exact date, but there's May for Portobello. There is also May for Lucy.
Yeah,
and of course, we're going to Denby in the summer there. So when you go to the Arukahs Organics booth, so there's a Portobello show in May. You can WhatsApp me, I'll give you the dates. And there is Lucy show. I think it's at the Jockey Factory.
Yeah, normally at the Jockey Factory, yeah.
Yes, and there's a show in Westmoreland coming up. I think it is May or June. So yes, I do go to these shows. So you can, whenever you go to these shows, please, please, please come and look for Tracey and the team at Arukahs Organics. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so thank you much. So guys, that's it for Real Life J.A today. And this is our first show coming back. Hold on. Yeah, so Bell asked me to big up Shamar Lewis and Kean to big up Kean. All right, so big up, guys. Please share the live. Well, sorry, Bell is typing in the background there. So I'll send in WhatsApp. So yeah, so big up Shamar Lewis. I think I have an idea who is watching using Shamar Lewis' name. And big up Kean. And big up to all of those of you who have joined us for our first show. Join us next week, Sunday. We will have Oliver Ashley, who will be talking to us. He's a gospel artist from Western Jamaica. And let me wait to see what else Jermaine has to say. And continue to support Jermaine and continue to support Tracey, because these are good folks. There says he's looking in the comments box. All right, so guys, we are wrapping up and see you all next week, same place, same time. Tracey, last word.
Wow. As I said, let's find our true purpose in life, fulfill our potential, and go back to nature and find and rebuild your relationship with your maker, your king. And as a Hebrew woman, I'm going to use the Hebrew word, the Hebrew name. That is Yahuwah, the Most High. Thank you.
All right. See you guys. Let's love you all and see you next week.
Thank you.
J.A Entertainment TV, here for all your entertainment needs.